Yo, what is going on, everybody? Carnage back again, and today I am back with a brand new review. This is something that is kind of a first for me, and let me just say, I'm loving it so far. But before I do get into the review fully, just want to give a big shout out to my friend Beagle on Instagram. He does a lot of stop motion related stuff, and he reached out to me asking if I wanted this figure. I was like, hell yeah, just because it's of a character I really enjoy, someone who I've met in real life actually. And without any further ado, let me just get into it. Don't know what that's doing there, but yeah, he did sell me his Mafex Homelander figure from The Boys, and he did ask if I wanted the box. It didn't come with like the the plastic that usually goes with it, but I mean, that doesn't really matter so much to me. But I mean, look at this. Like, this is just phenomenal. And I have been, playing with it since, I unboxed it about 4 or 5 hours ago. And let me just say, I am definitely in love with this guy. Such an awesome, awesome figure. But yeah, anyway, let me just kind of, take this way, get everything set up, and I'll be back with the review. Now, I just want to apologize first off for, him being kind of in like a drunk guy position, best way I can describe it. But that's mostly because of the fact that, he looks better in a flying position, in my personal opinion. But anyway, I've only been playing with this guy for a little bit, and let me just say the most annoying part is this little chest piece keeps popping off, which, I mean, as it should, because he has, the half folded plus this, fully, pinned up one. I think it goes like, yeah, it goes like that. Got a little sidetracked, but regardless, really love this thing. Very smooth joints, very, very smooth. Like, this is my first and only Mafex figure that I've ever owned slash, posed around and anything like that. And let me just say, never knew I would love like a movable cape this much. See, like I said, pops off way too easily, and I barely even touched it. But yeah, anyway, going on to like just detailing wise, like, this guy is amazing. Like, I mean, he even has stubble. That's amazing. Beautiful looking blue eyes too. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but he even does have like, very good detailing of like lines on his head, which is pretty cool. I really do love the texture of the suit as well. And let me just say, it's so good. And like, I will say, I don't really, come on, focus. The shoulder pads, not a huge fan of, specifically this one, because this one kept popping off on me earlier. But, hopefully I got it pinned on to where it doesn't, keep popping off. But yeah. But let me just say, all the detail on this figure is phenomenal. Love it, love it, love it. Or, as Homelander would say, perfect. Right down to the last minute detail. Like, even the detailing on the, wrist is just amazing, man. Like, they put a lot, and I repeat, a lot of detailing into these figures. Like, even the gold on the boot is just phenomenal. Like, the tread on the feet, fantastic. And, like, even on the back of the figure, like, so cool, man. So cool. Really love this thing. Again, thank you to my friend Beagle for giving it to me. So before I get into all the articulation, I'll show you guys, all of the accessories that it came with. So starting off with the one part that I was talking about, here we have his other little chest piece, which, nothing glamorous about this. Kind of looks like a pair of ass cheeks if you really look at it, which, pretty cool. And he did come with, how many sets is that? 2, 3, 4, 5. Other than the pair of hands he came with, he has five sets of hands, which is phenomenal. He has 2 thumbs up hands, which, let me just say, definitely very, very cool. Really, really happy with those. Some, you know, oops, some open / gripping hands. I also should mention that it came with these really cool, hand holding things. And it did come with like these, like I said, open hands, which is very, very cool. And then it came with relaxed hands, which definitely these ones, probably the ones I'll be using the most. And this one kind of sucks at holding them, but two fisted hands, as Homelander punches a lot of people straight through the gut. Excuse me. And these two are actually my favorite. They are the two pointing hands, and let me just say, I did kind of put him in that Omni-Man position where, Omni-Man's like, think, Mark, think! I did kind of do that earlier with that, which made me laugh. Now going on to the alternate heads he has, and let me just say, like, the switching of these heads is just so phenomenal and easy. And sorry about that sound, just kind of accidentally bumped my water. Gonna go with this head first. This is kind of more of his more, happy-go-lucky head, which, like I mentioned, very good detailing on this, and it looks so much like Anthony Starr, too. That's badass. The next one is kind of his more, stern / mildly annoyed, head. Again, phenomenal detailing on this as well. And then this is the head that, I'm pretty sure a lot of people haven't posed with. And that is the screaming / I'm gonna fucking laser you head. And let me just say, all of these hairstyles, like, phenomenal as well. Like, they all look so much like him, and it's so great. Now, going on to the actual figure himself, like I said, phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. Perfect, right down to the last minute detail. Now, the one, and I repeat, one minor gripe I have is, like, his feet can't really move that far. Like, I feel like a good amount of foot movement is being able to, like, have it straight down. But that's just personally me, and also the fact that, like, let me just grab this Marvel Legend. Like, all Marvel Legends can do that, so I mean, that's probably why I think, this one should do it, but regardless, still phenomenal. Like, the fabric cape, definitely the best thing, especially with the bendy wire, because, can put him in something like that, which is badass. Yeah. But anyway, enough about the cape. See, like I mentioned, these things do kind of pop off, but I'll fix that in a little bit. Without the shoulder pad on, his arm can move out about that far, and he does have like a butterfly joint / I don't even know what that is. Like, it can go in a circular movement. And then he does have upper arm rotation, double jointed elbow, and then, he does have a wrist swivel, which goes like that, and, like, the cool thing about Mafex is, or at least in my opinion, rather than the pin being in the hand, the pin is on the wrist, so all you have to do is just basically put it on the hand, which, very cool. He has, like I mentioned, that thing pops off. He does have an upper ab swivel and a lower waist swivel. He can kick out pretty far, actually. Kicking back, like, that's pretty good movement for, kicking back. Double jointed knees, and let me just say, this thing moves like butter. And like I said, he does have, ankle pivot. Doesn't move back that far, but I mean, it does have, ankle, pivot, which always a must for every NRP, every action figure ever created. Now let me grab a couple figures and do some comparisons. Alright, it took a minute to find a couple figures, and also to put on his, shoulder pad, but, just because he's a Superman knockoff, thought might as well, grab a couple Superman knockoffs. So here he is next to the Marvel Legends Hyperion, and let me just say, I knew Hyperion was going to be, bigger than him. I didn't know he was going to be like an inch taller than him. And then personally, one of my favorite, updates to a Marvel Legend, the Sentry. And these two are basically the same height. Sentry is just a smidge taller, which, I mean, still very, very cool. Very happy to have a Homelander in my collection now, just because of the fact that I've actually been, looking at this guy for, I want to say maybe like about a year now, and I've just never pulled the trigger on it, just because, didn't really, think about it at the time. So let me just get these two guys out of the way, and then this is just, one that I kind of wanted to see. Here, Homelander is next to Wolverine, and for those of you who do not know, Anthony Starr is from New Zealand, and, the guy who plays Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, is from Australia. And, something I did forget to mention, oops, before I forget, he does have toe articulation. I did forget to mention that. But, sorry for that little side, distraction. But, since New Zealand and Australia are like, excessively close to each other, and by excessively I mean, like right next to each other, thought it would be kind of, fitting to have, two of the biggest, people from that part of the world right next to each other, other than Chris Hemsworth himself, which I do not have a Chris Hemsworth at my disposal at the moment, but, still very happy to have this Homelander figure. He is amazing, very happy to have him. Again, shout out to my friend Beagle, and yeah, definitely going to be enjoying posing this guy around for a while. So yeah, anyway, if you guys did enjoy this review, leave a comment, like the video, and, if you want to see, more, Mafex stuff, just because there are a couple more that I do want to get, and, eventually I do want to try getting a, God, I think it's, the Mafex, gosh, what was it, Superman, specifically the Dark Knight Returns Superman, just because that's a very cool looking Superman. I do want to get that eventually, so if you guys do want to see that in a review, just let me know, because, I need someone to, justify it for me. But anyway, enough about that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Love you all. Peace.